Hello guys, welcome to a new video. Thank you for the support you have shown in the earlier video. Means a lot to me. Today I'm going to show you a simple yet a very straightforward forex strategy that has helped me boost my profits a lot. I easily catch around 50 to 200 pips every week. I bet you can do the same. It's called an inside bar strategy. So what is an inside bar strategy? Uh, let's not mistake an inside bar for an engulfing bar. It's quite similar but yet very different. So first let's see what's in inside bar. So basically you take two candles, two consecutive candles. This is candle number one and this is candle number two. Sorry, this is candle number two. You have the wick of the first candle, a wick or a shadow, whatever you want to call it. This is the wick of the first candle and the wick of the second candle. So wick of the second candle. So what does inside bar basically mean? Just as the word suggests, it's something inside something. So if you consider this as your first candle, just reduce the size. This is your first candle and this is your second candle. Second candle. As you can see, the second candle is inside the first candle. The second candle's candle body and both the wicks are completely inside the first candle. This is what is basically known as an inside bar. Let's not mistake this for an engulfing. When it comes to engulfing, let's take engulfing. Let's not mistake an engulfing and inside bar with each other. So if you ask me what's an engulfing, imagine you take two candles again, two consecutive candles, or doesn't even have to be consecutive, could be two or three candles apart, and this is the second candle. This is second candle. This is the first candle's wick. This is the second candle's wick. So in this case of an engulfing, you take two candles again. First candle, first candle, and second candle. So in both cases, you will take two or more candles. Not in both cases. For the first case in an inside bar, you only consider two candles, but when it comes to an engulfing, you could consider more than two candles. We'll not be going deep into this engulfing candle because today's topic is on inside bar. I'm just showing you the difference between both. So here, when you take two consecutive candles for the engulfing, you could see the second candle is completely covering up the first candle. The first candle is completely engulfed by the second candle from top to bottom, including the wicks and the body. So this is basically what is called as an engulfing candle, engulfing candles. But when it comes to an inside bar, when you take two candles again, the first candle is the one that is covering the second candle. The second candle should completely fit inside the first candle, including the wicks and the body. So that's mainly the difference between the two. So let's just forget about the engulfing and let's focus on the inside bar strategy. So it could be any colored candles. Doesn't have to be the same or different. It could be any colors. You could either get a green candle and a blue red candle, or a red candle and a green candle, or a green green combo, or a red red combo. Anything. It doesn't matter. All that matters is the second candle fits inside the first candle. That's all that matters. So if you ask me where to use this, you could basically use this anywhere. It mainly works on GBP, JPY, gold. Pretty much works on all pairs. It's better if you stick to the H4 time frame. And how you should enter is you set buy stops. You set buy stops at the top and sell stops at the bottom. It's basically like an breakout strategy. You set your buy stops over here. This will be your buy stop, and this will be your sell stop. So your stop loss would be vice versa. If your sell stop hits, your stop loss will be right over here. If your buy stop hits, your sell stop will be right over here. So let's see how it looks on the charts, right? Let's forget about the engulfing candles. We don't care. If you want to revise, it's easy. The difference is when we take both scenarios, the engulfing is the first candle being completely engulfed by the second candle. And when it comes to the inside bar, it's the second candle that's being completely covered by the first candle. So let's go to the charts. Forget about engulfing. We don't care about engulfing right now. So this is basically just the strategy. It's easy. When you take two candles, all you have to look is the second candle completely fits inside the first candle. And you set buy stops and sell stops on both sides. So let's check on the live chart. This video is being recorded live on July 3rd, 8:45. It's a live market, so we'll be backtesting on the live market as well. We are not cherry picking places. We'll be backtesting right over here. So you could see this candle. This is the second candle that is being completely covered by the first candle. See, this is an inside bar. This bar completely fits inside this one. So what you do is you set a buy stop right over here, and you set a sell stop right over here. Boom, it breaks out, you win a trade. Easy, yeah? Let's look for other examples. You could see right over here. You could see right over here, this second candle is inside this first candle. You set your buy stop right over here, and you set your sell stop right over here. It activates your buy stop. You lose that trade, but the sell stop gets activated and you win the other trade. Let's look for another example. Another example is right over here. You could see here you would set your buy stop, and here you would set your sell stop. This candle is inside this candle, breakout, and you win this trade again. Let's look for another example. And you could see here these two candles, different colored ones. You can see this candle is inside this candle, so you set your buy stop right over here, and you set your sell stop right over here, and boom, it activates your sell stop and you win this trade again. And you could see another one over here, these two candles. This is completely inside this candle, the bearish candle is inside the bullish candle, so you activate both your entries right over here. You might lose this trade, but you would win this one certainly. But let's just check how many pips is this movement, right? This movement is around 26 pips. I think that's a decent amount to set your break even, or doesn't matter. Let's just consider it a loss, right? And we look for our next entry. You might lose this one, but you would win the opposite side. Here you could see two candles again. This candle is completely inside this candle. So you set your buy stops there. You set your sell stops right here. Again, this is a break around 30 pips, I guess. And you break the set and you win it again. The same happens over here. You win the side again. That's another win. And let's go further. Okay, here you can see this candle is inside this candle. Is it? Yep. This candle is completely inside this candle. You set your entries again. And you get a breakout and you win again. And let's look for another one. Hmm. This candle is completely inside this candle. So you look for it again. And here's your entry. You win this trade again. Both sides, you win the trade. It's another win. And you could see this as well. You get the same again over here. These two candles, this candle's inside this one. Activate. Activate. You might lose this one, but you win the other one. Again, that's another win. Here you have another one. You might lose the bottom part, but you win the top again. These two candles, bullish and bearish. This candle is completely inside the first candle. And let's look for another entry. Mm, you could see another entry. Sorry. Mm, here you could see this candle is inside this one. The second candle is inside the first candle. So you set your buy and you set your sell. Oh, sorry. Set your buy, you set your sell, and you win both trades. That's a win, and that's a win again. The same happens over here. This candle is inside this one. That's another win. And that's another win again. Sorry. You win both entries again. If you go further, you could see this candle is inside this one, the same colored candles. The second one is inside the first one. And that's another win again. Look at the breakout. You won again. And this candle is inside this one. So you have another entry over here. And that's another win. I'm sorry for the constant cough. I'm kind of sick. But I really wanted to make this video for you guys. And you could see more examples if you just go back. You could see one over here. You'll get both sides. These two candles. The second one and the first one. See how many examples we took right now. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, around 15 to 16 examples where I think how many of them have you won? Like many, I guess. You have won a lot of trades. I'm sorry if I'm not speaking clearly. It's just that I'm very sick right now. So that's basically the strategy. All you guys have to remember is not to mistake the inside bar strategy with an engulfing candle. For the inside bar strategy, the second candle should be inside the first candle. And for the engulfing, the first candle should be engulfed by the second candle. That's basically the only difference. You could call this one the mother candle and this like the child candle, doesn't matter, whatever you call it. That's basically all that is to the strategy. I would suggest you guys stick to the higher time frames for this video, strategy. But either way, if you guys do find this helpful, please do drop a like, a comment, and please do subscribe for more easy and straightforward videos. That's all for today. Hope to see you guys soon again. Please do show some love. Thank you. Have a great day, guys. And remember, we back tested this on the current chart. That is, you could see here, right over here. It's 3rd July. Here it's the same. July 2nd, 3rd. It's all the same. Doesn't matter. So that's all, guys. Thank you.